2018 Chevrolet Bolt EV review. An impressive mix of practicality, fun and affordability get this to 238 miles for worth in appearance. Just this past year, the Chevrolet Bolt hit the scene and crushed the electric vehicle competition, which consists of huge range, spacious interior and enjoyable driving characteristics. But this season the competition is fighting back. The Tesla Model 3 is finally trickling into customers' driveways. The Nissan Leaf is completely new with 151 miles of range, as well as the BMW i3 is sportier. Plus, Kia is promising us a long-range Niro EV. So now fit, is the 2018 Chevrolet Bolt still worth looking over? Short answer, yep. With in excess of 200 miles of range, an abundance of space for individuals and cargo, a surprisingly fun driving experience, along with a friendly cost, the Bolt is usually a mainstream electric car that produces ditching gasoline seem possible. It can certainly fill the requirements of most commuters, though its bargain bin interior quality still disappoints. The primary alternative you might want to consider will be the new Model 3. It boasts every one of the Tesla mystique and drivability, as well as a futuristic, minimalist interior and having access to Tesla's supercharger network. However, supply remains short at the time of our review's publication time, and it is worth remembering that Chevrolet incorporates a nationwide dealer network that may quickly and easily provide service should anything make a mistake. The electric car segment will still only get more competitive, especially together with the promise of new battery technologies just around the corner. Chevy got a great head start, as well as the 2018 Bolt remains a compelling illustration of what the electric car might be. Notably, we picked the 2018 Chevrolet Bolt EV as one of best electric cars for this coming year. What's new? Very little changes for 2018. The extendable sun visors include the highlight, and also the heated tire can now be set to make on automatically. There's no difference in range or drivability relating to the two trim levels, but we believe the Premier will probably be worth a moderate price bump. It comes with interior upgrades, for example a leather-wrapped tire, a trunk storage compartment, plus more active driver security measures that you will appreciate for an owner. It also has usage of more optional upgrades should you want them. For either Bolt trim level, be sure to get the DC fast charging option because it makes long-distance driving even more of a reality. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Chevrolet Bolt EV can be an all-electric Ford or hatchback, which is offered in mere two trim levels, LT and Premier. Both share exactly the same mechanical running gear, like the 200 horsepower electric motor along with the large 60 kWh underfloor battery that may be good for about 238 miles using a full charge. With the LT, you're going to get a 7.2 kWh onboard charger, 17-inch alloy wheels, xenon headlights, LED daytime running lights, a rear view camera, and keyless ignition and entry. Inside, you will find height adjustable cloth seats, 6040 split folding rear seats, a configurable gauge cluster display, automatic climate control, a 10.2-inch touch screen, on-star communications using a 4G LTE connection plus a Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration, along with a 6-speaker subwoofer with 2 USB ports. Options with the LT range from the comfort and convenience package, which consists of heated front seats, an automated heated, leather-wrapped tire and an auto-dimming rear-view mirror. The driver confidence I package gets blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert and rear parking sensors. Another noteworthy LT option can be a cargo area floor pay for extra storage capability. Step as much as the Premier and you get everything described above, such as LT options. You'll also get cargo roof rails, leather seats, ambient interior lighting, heated rear seats, a center rear armrest, a top-down parking camera system, plus an upgraded, camera-based rear-view mirror. Premier options are the infotainment package, which incorporates a 7-speaker Bose head unit, wireless smartphone charging as well as charge-only USB ports for rear passengers. There's also the Driver Confidence 2 package, which consists of a forward collision warning system with pedestrian detection and low-speed automatic emergency braking, a lane departure warning and intervention system, and automatic high-beam headlamp dimming. The only significant option that's common to both trim levels is DC fast charging capability, that permits the car make use of C-combo 400-volt level 3 charge stations that may fill battery to 80% in little greater than an hour. We think about this option to be needed for a car with all the ranges being the Bolt because, as even more of these stations get built, DC fast charging will open the entranceway to interstate travel. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions that happen to be fundamentally similar. The S with this review depend on our full test from the 2017 Chevrolet Bolt EV Premier hatchback. Note, since this test was conducted, the latest Bolt has brought some revisions, including only very minor equipment changes. Our findings remain broadly applicable to in 2010's Bolt. Driving. We were astonished at how much we enjoyed driving the Bolt. Its 200 horsepower electric motor delivers a healthy dose of thrust, its slow-slung battery really helps to make it feel sure-footed, plus the steering and brakes are over just predictable and smooth, very engaging. Acceleration. You'll find an abundance of oomph once you press the Bolt's accelerator. It merges onto freeways without difficulty, and there's a fantastic deal of reserve power for creating toll-land roads. Our test car accelerated to 60 miles per hour in 6.8 seconds for the track, an excellent showing for just a family car, a smaller amount an electric one. Braking. The Bolt is exclusive among EVs given it relies on standard friction brakes in D mode, and that's why they feel so consistent and straightforward to modulate. It stops from 60 miles per hour within an impressive 116 feet, 2. Put the lever in L mode for strong regenerative braking and improved range. Steering. Turn the wheel plus the Bolt responds smoothly, using a just right to higher level response that's neither too darty nor too dead. There's also good feel and feedback because you dial in additional steering. And for the freeway, it offers good straight-ahead stability that will not demand a large amount of driver attention. Handling. The Bolt feels nimble, coordinated and sure-footed once the road gets curvy. And it doesn't roll much either. Credit the big underfloor battery pack since it gives the Bolt an extremely low center of mass and helps it be less noisy heavy a computer would be if this had a traditional gas engine. Drivability. It is challenging to imagine the way could drive better. The electric motor is utterly smooth, and also the single-speed direct drive transmission never shifts. We especially just like the unpedal lift throttle braking for sale in L mode, with extra slowing available by squeezing the left-hand steering paddle. Comfort. On balance, the Bolt discovers as comfortable. Like any EV, its cabin is exceedingly quiet. But two apparent cost and weight-saving decisions hold it back. The simplistic rear suspension doesn't take care of rough roads and various types might, as well as the albucinous seats feel a little bit chair-like. Seat comfort. The Bolt seats feel supportive and provides height adjustability, however they lack a sense of plushness. And believe that small, like are located on them as opposed to in them. The latter may matter most to larger folks, however it's worth soaking in one and ensuring before you sign any papers. Ride comfort. It doesn't float or wallow much at highway speeds, so as sense the bolt feels steady and smooth. It soaks in simple bumps watchily, too. But the ride will get clunky, a likely result of its unsophisticated rear suspension design, if your surface is pocked with cracks, fractures and sharp edges. Noise and vibration. The absence of engine noise, accessory drive belts and also the absence of shifting supply the bolt a massive leg up over a regular car. We never were bothered by excessive wind noise either. A bit of tyre noise makes its high from the road, however it is nicely muted. Climate control. The bolt's cabin warms quickly because electric heat does not have to wait to have an engine to limber up, and if the vehicle is plugged in, it is usually preheated without the need of range impact. When run away, maximize range by dialing about the heat and depending upon the Premier's standard heated seats instead. Interior. The bolt's interior is functional, with simple to understand controls, lots of room inside the front as well as the back, as well as simple entry and exit. The main letdown would be the apparent quality on the materials used. That's most obvious on the subject of the carpet plus the interior panel plastics. Ease people. The controls are thoughtfully arranged and separated by function, using a handy volume knob and tune buttons below the touchscreen. Climate controls can also be prominent and self-explanatory. The instrument panel could be configured three ways, such as the enhanced settings range coaching features. Getting in, jetting out. All four on the bolt doors open wide, and also the roofline is tall each of the way to the back hatch. And the seats can be in the Goldilocks zone for height, fair and neither way too high nor too low. Driving position. A variety of our drivers thought it was easy to get ready behind the wheel because of the bolt's height-adjustable driver's seat as well as the generous adjustment array of its telescoping leader. Roominess. The bolt feels larger inside than you'd suspect after considering it externally. There's a good amount of head and leg room, which extends to the spine seats. Our 6'2" tester surely could adjust the top seat to his liking and move to the trunk seat without having trouble. Visibility. You could see out on the bolt. Peekaboo windows beforehand help you see past leading roof pillars, as well as the low window sill can make it easy to determine out the sides. Mirror coverage is a great one, along with the rear blind spot isn't large. We do wish the conventional rear view camera worked better in low light. Quality. Chevy's want to save weight and value with the interior is pretty obvious. The carpet feels thin, and also the easily dirtied left footrest is unprotected. The interior panels don't even make an effort to disguise that they are made of hard plastic. For an automobile in the bolt's range of prices, it's disappointing. Utility. As a ground-up design, the Bolt F does well within this area due to its stall profile as well as the underfloor position of the big drive battery, a situation that has no bad repercussions for either passenger or cargo space. Small item storage. Considering its size, the Bolt doesn't disappoint with this area. The front door pockets are good a size, the very center console and glove box are adequate, and also the main cup holders are well positioned. There's also an empty bin for the purse as well as a couple of extra cubbies ideal for phone storage. Cargo space. At 16.9 cubic feet operating seats being used, the Bolt's cargo area is usefully sized. The available floor panel cover may either be left available for hidden basement storage or removed to cart bulkier items. Fold either parts from the 6040 split back seat to open up a more substantial space. Child safety seat accommodation. Latch anchors and top tethers cover all three rear seat positions, and you'll choose to fit one car seat from the middle or possibly a pair inside outer seats. The anchors are an easy task to reach, along with the door opening is adequately large as well as doesn't slope down much. There's enough space for bulky rear-facing seats. Technology. The Bolt handles smartphones well, with nearly 4 USB ports. But built-in navigation is oddly unavailable. Apple CarPlay and Android allows you to echo your phone's map for the main screen, and you have to own one particular phones, have a very sufficient data plan, and be within an area with data coverage. Audio and navigation. The Bolt's touchscreen is large, but menu response might be slow. Such as the fixed volume knob plus the volume paddle behind the appropriate steering spoke. Oddly, navigation is absent if you don't use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to show off your phone's map about the big screen, provided you employ a signal. Smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. Bluetooth is obtainable for those who can't or prefer not to utilize these interfaces. There are 2 front seat USB ports from the LT. If you get a Premier and opt for your infotainment package, you'll receive 2 more charge-only ports for that back seat. Driver aids. Our Premier came standard with rear parking sonar and rear cross-traffic and blind spot monitoring, which are optional on LT. Additional systems that happen to be optional around the Premier and accessible on LT include forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking and lane keeping assistance. Voice control. The standard voice controls work effectively. In case you have CarPlay or Android Auto active, you'll be able to hold the button longer, gain access to Siri and Google Voice, which opens the threshold to much more voice-activated data possibilities.